my channel, Lionheart Dreamweaving. My name is Matthew, and today I have for you what I call shamanic stories style tarot reading. And the reason why I call it that, an emphasis on the word stories, is because personally I believe that the way that we shape our reality, a lot of it is influenced by the stories and the narratives we tell ourselves and tell each other, which is why in this world there's so much power that comes from the media and being able to influence the stories that people are telling themselves about different situations, because the way that you're perceiving a situation impacts quite a lot on how it will unfold and be created in reality. So by taking a look at this story for you, if this story resonates with you, it can give you a broader perspective on the situation and help you to create better outcomes for yourself and create a better life for yourself. So without any further ado, we're going to jump right into this story here for you today, Taurus. And just as a note, this is channeled with the intention of channeling the energy of Taurus, but really it can be for anybody who is drawn to the title or the story of the video, for example, because we all have all the different zodiac energies within us in varying degrees anyway, so don't mind too much about that. But so at the beginning here, there's this card which is an overall energy for you, and this is the give a kind of context for this story, and this is the Three of Air from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. And so what this card talks about, interestingly, it's about education and studying and learning. You see this person here, they're like deeply immersed in a book. It's kind of younger person. They've got this key around their chest, so it's like unlocking the knowledge and the wisdom that they're unlocking here is it's the empowering their way through life, basically. It's their key to opening the doors of opportunities in their life. So what the sense that I'm getting though with this reading is it's coming through more less in the sense of like formal education, like, because this card does talk rather directly about school and studying, book learning, but it's in general more the concept of education and learning as a lifelong process anyway, even after you leave the actual institution of school. You know, we're all learning our way through life all the time, and life itself has plenty of lessons for us. So that's kind of the broader context here. So it's about learning your life lessons here. So then the rest of these cards are from the Zen Tarot, Osho Zen Tarot, and this is filling in some of the details and of the reading here, the storyline, I mean. So here in this top row you have trust, fighting, and success. And actually the way this is coming through for me here is it's coming like an inner conflict. These first two cards are like an inner conflict, and this third one here is the actual like external situation that you've got going on. So what I'm seeing is that you've actually been quite successful lately in your life. Like you've had some major success, or like reaching, if it's not been like a sudden moment of success, it can also be like that you've been on a ascending, climb for quite a while, and it's reaching higher and higher peaks, or like reaching a peak at the moment, and you're a bit like you're on top of the world in a sense, and you have a lot of potentially a lot of resources at your disposal, whether that be like personal wealth or connections and like the people you work with and work for. That you can have you have a lot of potential here, resources such to make a big impact in the world in some way, do something rather big. Um, and what I'm getting here is that there's like, because when you actually have a lot of options or a lot of resources or a lot that you a big something you can do here, that it's creating this actually an inner conflict with you, because when you have actually the more freedom and options you have, it can be almost like more difficult to hone in on one thing and choose that. And it's also, I'm sensing, getting a little bit of an inner conflict of knowing who you can trust outside of yourself. Okay, so the way this is tying back in with this life lessons thing, like that is a major life lesson we all learn at some point in our life, that not everybody we meet is trustworthy. Not everybody we meet has our own best interest or humanity's best interest at heart. Some people have they're only thinking of themselves, and they can do things that are either unintentionally or intentionally damaging, or yeah, to other people and to the environment and such. So you can't, it is true that you can't necessarily trust everyone, especially if you are in a powerful position like this. Because like the ironic thing about being in a successful position and having the resources um, to facilitate like even further development is that then it's in a way, although it is powerful, it's in a way also vulnerable, because then you become a bit more of a target for people that are that maybe just want to take a piece of what you have, and not necessarily grow together or contribute to a project which is helping for the greater good. Some people just have greedy self-interests, which is kind of a fact of life. But then, so what I'm getting is that you've, to some extent, already, experienced this, and you've been potentially manipulated or exploited, or, we all have in some different kind of ways, but, in a way that left you with a personal imprint of this being like a life lesson, that you have to be careful who you trust. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, okay, so here then, going to this bottom row. So we have the miser, maturity. And yeah, so this is that same inner conflict mirroring here with the trust and the fighting and the miser and the maturity. So like I'm getting that on one hand, one part of you, like you're wanting to share this, uh, you know what I mean? Like you're wanting to invest. So because this maturity is like ace of pentacles. So this is like planting a seed in the physical realm. It can be like making financial investment. It could be starting a business or a collaboration or a project with someone or a group of people. But it's like wanting to make an investment. And coming next to this innocence card, maturity and innocence. So this is like a really pure of heart, high vibrational intention here. So you really want, you've got a beautiful soul and really great intentions, and you want to create something very beautiful and positive in the world. But you're also kind of a bit jaded and, to be frank, like a bit like wounded, untrustworthy, like defensive against people. Like you feel like, in a way, on some part of you at least, I mean, feels like that you have to guard yourself with this armor here, and like this person holding, like keeping their wealth to themselves, right? Because you don't want it to be exploited or stolen, outright. So, and that because you've had some type of past experience, you've learned that there are these types of people in the world that would just simply parasitize you if they get the opportunity. So at the same time, like you have this. So schizophrenia, this is like being torn between two things. Okay, so like you really want to share this. Okay, right. and you really want to like multiply your success, and not only for yourself, like I'm seeing this very beautiful like thing of wanting to create a lot of benefit for others as well, and share the wealth, like you create like in that kind of way, like a positive feedback loop, which is enriching everyone, like win-win situations, right? So, and it's really beautiful thing, your energy you have here, but at the same time, like it's not flowing, or you're at the moment like on the edge of, you haven't made a choice yet, or no, because like there's this question of, well, who can I give to, or who can I partner with, which is safely, you know what I mean? Like that, who can I trust to actually be on the same page as this with me, have the same value sets, right? Um, so there's this question of trusting other people, and so I think that the advice that's coming through for you here is to give yourself some credit in a way, because like the way that these kind of trust issues come through, yeah, excuse me. This is also the Three of Swords in other tarot decks. So like it's not anywhere close to that meaning with this deck, which is simply about like life lessons and education. But the way I'm getting it, it's coming with a double meaning for me, that like there's this emotional wound going on a deeper level, which makes it um, it makes it hard to trust people, right? And so that's completely understandable, but it's operating in a more, first of all, a more subconscious way, like more automatic, more reactive um, kind of thing. So um, if you're actually if you actually can take a step back from it, though, you know what I mean, and bring in your own higher self, your own higher perspective, and really like give yourself the credit of that you have learned a lot, and you can identify red flags and trust yourself with that. Um, so that you're not actually in such danger as you might have been when you were younger, or that when these like wounds first happened to you. What I mean, when you're not in the same, you're not the same person, you're not in the same position as you were at the time in your life when your trust had been broken like this, and you've learned a lot through your life experiences. You're a lot wiser of a person, and honestly, like I don't think people would be able to get away with doing that same kind of things to you again. So in a way, you're not anymore at risk, but also, kind of paradoxically, you're not anymore at risk because some part of you is on guard against that. Okay, so that guard, that defensive mechanism you have, that bit of skepticism to not just immediately trust people, it's benefiting you on that one level. But on the other hand, it will also block. It can also block energy, right? Because it's armor, it's guard, it's closing your heart. So like this, there's this miser here. So this is that energy getting blocked when spirit is wanting to bring in that right kind of collaboration for you, that the right investment opportunity, or the right work opportunity, you know what I mean? The right projects, whatever, the right people, So spirit's bringing them in for you. There's like a collaboration energy wanting to happen that will allow you to share and create this win-win and this flow of abundance, which is enriching you and enriching the community and or everyone involved, like uh, in a positive feedback loop. And so you need to be the one to be like planting the seeds, and for that to happen, you have to get over that wall, you know what I mean, like that difficulty trusting. So that's this card here, this schizophrenia. So there's a point when before this, the magic happens really, and like, you know what I mean, that you really take off with this multiplying your own individual success and creating benefit for the community, you have to like take a step back and be able to analyze the opportunities that come to you in a little bit of a logical way. So like your first reaction is the emotional thing, and it's fair, and you have to feel that and acknowledge that. But then, so the advice for you coming is to also take the lessons you've learned and your kind of rational and strategic mind a bit, and really like evaluate, are these people trustworthy? And maybe you'll find that the people actually that you're considering to get involved with here, they actually are really trustworthy and really good people, and it's just that you just had the initial reaction of being a bit skeptical or a bit closed off simply because of your past. But that it doesn't actually, it's not actually repeating here. You know what I mean? This is not actually, these people are actually different, and it's a completely different scenario, and it's just about diffusing this automatic defense system, which again, like I was saying, that you have the defenses for a reason, because you can't just trust everyone, especially if you're a valuable person who might be a target for exploitation. But yeah, so you just have, yeah, you're it's something really beautiful is coming in for you here, and you just to give it a chance at least, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to take some time to think about it. Of course, that's totally fine, if that's what you need, like that's really a wise thing to do. But be at least open, and not just seeing through the lens of your past wounds only, right? To give a fair chance if a really good opportunity does come your way. So yeah, I think that's all. I'm going to leave this message for you here. And if this has been helpful, or if this resonated with you at all, I'd love to hear in the comments your story. How does it personally connect with you? And if you liked the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content. And yeah, thank you for your time, and bye bye.